my name's Louise and today we're going to talk about the different types of notes within Dawn ASC. Now what I'm looking at the moment is a main patient screen within the Dawn system. We have lots of different notes fields within Dawn, but we have three main types on the patient screen itself. So the first type of note I'm going to go through is this box here, and this is what we call the permanent patient notes. Now these are the types of notes that you always need to see against the patient records, so any information that is always going to be important. Regardless of when the patient comes in, it's always something that you need to check out and have a look at. Anything you put in this box is always visible. So for example, if I typed in always contact husband with dose, okay. Once I've typed that in, that note will stay in there, and this box is always editable, so you can always add to these notes. You might put things in there as well, such as always contact pharmacy, things like the nursing home details. Like I say, anything that's always important against this patient's treatment. Now just underneath that section, we also have an additional notes field. And this notes field is slightly different. It's called the quick notes. Now these are actually time and date stamped notes. So they're really designed to give you a running tally of how the patient's doing. So let's say that in the middle of 2 visits a patient calls you and needs some clarification on the dose instruction, or they call you and tell you they've maybe missed some tablets and they need some advice, or you've had to call them and you want to log that information. This is a good place to do it. To add a new note in here, what I need to do is click on the little blue form icon first, and then I need to write in my notes. So let's say that patient's husband called, needs some clarification on dose. And I can type in as much as I want to in there. Again, it's a full notes box, so I can be as detailed as I need to be. But if I OK that at the bottom, what I now get is the new note displayed at the top. I have a log of who's actually written the note. I'm logged in as Harry, and also the date and time that note was entered into Dawn. And as you add more notes into that section, the most recent note will always be at the top and the least recent at the bottom. Now you might have noticed that this new note I put in here and also this amendment up in the permanent patient notes are both highlighted in yellow. Dawn has a check in place so that if a new note is entered into Dawn before the next appointment date, it automatically highlights it in yellow, so the next person going into this patient and dosing them is aware that some new information has been entered. So it's quite a good safety feature in that you can see that a new note has been entered and you can read that before dosing the patient next time. So we've got our permanent patient notes, we've got our quick notes. Our final main notes field within Dawn is our treatment notes. And these treatment notes are notes against this particular visit. So if I was about to dose the patient, and again I need, the patient comes in with the high INR result and I've checked with the patient as to why, they've given me some information about diet, that kind of thing, I'd want to log that against that visit, that particular treatment visit. So again, it's simply a case of typing in a treatment note. Let's say that the patient may be a bit late. If the note within treatment notes is an important one and you actually want it flagged up, so the next time a user comes in they can see that note really clearly, what you've also got is a little yellow exclamation mark. And if I click on the little yellow exclamation mark, it actually highlights the note in a neon yellow colour, so it's pretty obvious when you go into the screen that note's been highlighted. And if you do highlight the note, then the note will remain highlighted within the history tab. So for each of these historical visits, if I have any treatment notes, they'll be displayed just here. And if I hover my cursor over the little blue eye for each visit, I can see the full note. And obviously if that's highlighted in yellow, I can see that highlighted there as well. So that covers the main 3 types of notes within the patient screen. If you do have any questions on any of the notes fields at all, please do contact the 4S support team.